Hi there guys, just wanted to do a quick video today because Britain's most controversial head teacher and culture warrior in chief, Katherine Birbalsingh, she's been upset this week as she was subjected to a torrent of racist abuse online after she shared a photo of a group of school children. Now before I get into it, I'd be extremely grateful if you could subscribe to the channel for daily analysis of politics and the economy, and please like the video if you find what I talk about interesting at all. So the first thing to say is that the abuse underneath the picture on screen of these children is absolutely shocking. So I won't show you it because it's absolutely disgusting, frankly. But if you imagine what the typical racist response to a picture of a group of non-white children would be, then that's it basically, but much worse. But I wanted to talk today a bit more widely about the consequences of aligning yourself with people who harbour such views or who at a minimum swim around in those circles. Now, Birbalsingh, she's known as Britain's strictest head teacher, but she also engages in a whole load of right-wing culture war nonsense. So she's a woman who courts controversy at every turn. You know, she's given talks at the mad jamboree that was the National Conservatism Conference. She thinks the current Education Secretary is, quote, a patronising cultural Marxist, whatever that is. She had an argument with Gary Lineker about free school meals and said that parents should take responsibility rather than relying on the state. She claimed that white privilege was a myth, and she promoted the racist trope that absent fathers prevent black children from achieving success, more so than racism. So you'll often see her on Talk TV or GB News. She's appeared on Jordan Peterson's podcast, and she can always be relied on to spout off about whatever particular culture war issue rears its head on any given day. Now, she's entitled to her opinion just like everyone else. You know, what she has to say has got nothing to do with me. I disagree with her, but she doesn't upset me or bother me in any way. I think what the last 15 years has taught me is that if you give the right wing in this country a single inch, they are going to take a mile. So I've no doubt that this woman thought that what she was saying in all the examples that I gave a minute ago was edgy, you know, and she's obviously a self-publicist, so I'm sure she thought that it would advance her career in some way. But unfortunately for her, as David Cameron, Rishi Sunak and a whole load of other halfway house sort of right-wing politicians in this country have found to their cost, no matter how far you take it, there are always going to be people out there on the right of politics wanting you to go further or who criticise you for not going far enough. You know, we've seen with the immigration debate, COVID and any number of other social issues that you can never go far enough and appease these people. And there's always some group of nutters out there who take it to the absolute extreme. And that brings us back to the issue at hand. You know, did Katherine Birbalsingh think that after stoking the culture war fire, that she would be accepted as one of the lads and that she'd be allowed to post pictures of a group of non-white children on Twitter and expect a positive response? You know, absolutely naive on her part. So I'm just sorry really for the poor kids who are absolutely nothing to do with this, and they're just, you know, more cannon fodder essentially in this endless culture war and our onward march rightwards. So I wonder if she'll, learn anything from this sorry affair. I very much doubt it. I can already see on her Twitter feed that she's already blaming the far left for this abuse. Just make it make sense, really. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. See you next time.